Me. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, kind of one of the main reasons, because you already signed up to it, and I thought, I love Chris, and I kind of, I'd gone to the premiere of Dream Scenario, because this is the kind of guy I am,
I wish I could have gone that.
I really loved it, and I was kind of, I love the performances he gets, and I think it's a very particular tone, which was very unique to him, and I'd kind of been waiting to see what he'd done next, and then I saw you'd signed. I read the script, knowing that you'd signed up to it, and I thought, like, if you were doing it, kind of puts it in a very different, kind of rarefied air. I was really impressed when you were doing it, and I was like, okay, and it was felt more like high stakes, which is very exciting to me. But and yeah, but it's one of those characters where it's. I remember my first reaction to it. I was kind of immediately wanting to wrestle with it, and yeah. I mean, I've had so many. I had such a strange reaction to the character because it's kind of like quite a sympathetic guy, and I was just
beating him up.
Just hated him.
You were tough on him.
What about you?
Yeah, me. I feel like I read the script and immediately was like, I don't know. It was just one of those things where I was like, I feel like I really want to do this, and I wasn't necessarily on Chris's radar, but it was definitely something I pursued because I just felt like it was so unique, and I hadn't read anything like it, and I thought it was thoughtful and emotional and funny and conflicting, and there was just so many things about it that and part of me was like, ooh, it's a little scary too to like tackle something like this, and I think sometimes that's a good feeling. So yeah, I just was like, let's go for it. And then on top of that, I really love Dream Scenario. I really enjoyed that film, and I appreciate, I think, Chris's unique thought, like ideas. Just having, he really just kind of goes for it in a way, and I appreciate that he's not afraid to experiment with genre and tone, and very talented. So it worked out. Your job is to, humanize and sympathize with your character, and so that's what I guess at least I was trying to do, despite her flaws and her fears, wanting to make her feel as human as possible and as honest as possible, and there's like clearly a real sense of vulnerability there, sharing this thing, and then the repercussions of like, oh well, once you've said something, it's kind of impossible to put it back into the bottle, I think that's difficult when you feel like you're in some ways safe enough to be vulnerable about something, or go there with people, and maybe you you shouldn't have, or maybe you should have. Maybe we don't really kind of know if it was ever really the right thing to share, or I think that's it too, is like this the morality of it, of your thoughts and things it's like what's the worst thing you ever thought about doing, and how we judge each other, and what we deem is worth forgiving, or worth looking past when you love someone, or if you love someone, or how well do you know someone. I think are all kind of relevant thoughts, but I really try my best to just, because you can ask questions all day long, and we will, but sometimes you just have to like really hone in on where your character's at and where their heart is at, and just stay with them.
I mean, it's like I like the unpredictability of like what people are gonna connect to, what they talk about after, what they even think the movie's about. Because like in my mind, I don't know. I mean, when I was approaching it, it's like it's an incredibly simple story for Charlie, but because of the context, it kind of complicates it in so many different ways. But it's like, essentially a story for my character of like I mean, I guess as soon as I start doing it, it actually becomes more complicated. But it's kind of saying you're in love with someone, but you also choose to be in love with them, and so like and then you're kind of questioning like how much of this is just a thing that happened, or how much of this is something that I chose to do. And I think most people, you never really know because it's not really tested until, I mean, I guess other than like heartbreak, but like, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if, like, again, if there's anything specific, but I think the point is to, when you leave a theater, to be moved in some way and leave with a piece of it. And it's really up to, I think, the audience to interrogate and to live with and marinate with and wrestle with, because I know we did while we were, shooting it, and I've had, really great conversations and really great back and forth with people about their perspective and how it made them feel and what they would do. You kind of start putting yourself in the character's shoes as Emma or as Charlie, and start asking yourself, well, what would you do? And what do you, who did something wrong, or who did something right, and is there even such thing? So yeah, you just kind of you start having those very honest conversations, and whatever those conversations are, the fact that they're being had is the cool and interesting part, and the whole point, I think, of why we make movies in the first place.
結婚式まであと7日。スピーチもダンスも打ち合わせも。
Okay,
すべては完璧だった。
What the f***?
Do you not want to get married?
It was just an accident. This cannot be fucking happening.
ドラマな2人。